Let's go, let's go, let's go. Welcome in. This is Sleazeball. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is going to be my waiver wire tier list for week 3. I'm going to drop you 15 players that you see down below. I'm going to do it by the tiers. So it's not going to be like a 1, 2, 3. It's going to be like who I think the ballers at the top for like top fab spin, top waiver wire move. You know, those are like the top ones in tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and some sleeper guys that might be on your wire. And this is aimed towards 12-man plus competitive leagues. Like, you're not going to see 10-man leagues where, you know, Nico Collins is on the wire, right? So this is going to be a competitive 12-man waiver wire list coming up. And if you guys like the content, as always, like and subscribe. Help your boy out a ton. It's right there below. I'm trying to pump out the best content to help you win your league. And let's start balling, baby. Let's dive into it. So at number 1, the number 1 target on your waiver wire 100% should be Jerome Ford after the sad Nick Chubb news, man. It looks like he's done for the season. I mean, God, I feel so bad for the guy. But Jerome Ford rushed for 16 yards, 100 plus, or 16 carries, 100 plus yards, had 3 receptions, a touchdown, 25 yards. He will be the bell cow back, but they are talking to Kareem Hunt. So we don't know how they're going to split backfield or how it's going to go, especially after losing the game. If they were 2-0, I'd be more confident with Jerome Ford. But now you also have to think about they play Tennessee. So temper your expectations on starting Jerome Ford this week, because look what Tennessee has done to running backs. They have shut down Jamal Williams to 30 yards, and they shut down Josh Kelly to 30 yards. So it is going to be a very rough start either way getting Jerome Ford, but it is a season-long play. At number 2, we're going to stick with the same Browns talk. I'm not going to put him at baller status yet, but Kareem Hunt is a guy you should be watching out for, especially with the tweets yesterday saying that the Browns are contacting him. He knows the system, been there before. He'll probably take a less pay cut than when they cut him. He could be a nice value add for sure. Number 3, we're going to start talking about these QBs because it's time. I mean, Sam Howell, with the weapons he has, and Jahan Dotson and Terry McLaurin. Jahan Dotson's actually been really quiet this season, which is interesting to me. But this guy just threw for 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Commanders are 2-0. You like that, and getting a player as a guy that's having a winning season. The Redskins are moving the ball with Brian Robinson way more than I thought. He is a very, very nice value add. Sticking at tier 1, we're going to go another quarterback, man. I mean, this was super impressive. Sean McVay is coaching an absolute gem season. I mean, look at Puka Nacua, Tutu Atwell, and now you get Cooper Kupp coming up. This guy just threw for 300 yards against the Niner D. Matt Stafford is someone you could think about starting in 1 QB leagues at this point. He's balling out. And here we go. I'm going to put this guy tier 1. You can't really tell because he doesn't have a profile picture. I couldn't find one on ESPN or whatever it is. This is Brandon Aubrey, my sleeper kicker of the year that I tweeted, not of the year, of the week last week that I tweeted as a bold prediction would be the top kicker, and he is the top kicker. You have the Cowboys defense that's going to keep him on the field at all times. Their offense is potent. Their schedule is great. They play the Cardinals. And I have a kicker in tier 1 because this is an absolute asset that will help your team. This is like a 10-plus kicker a game, so it's very big for fantasy. Every point matters. Brandon Aubrey is someone that I'm targeting in the waiver wire this week. We're going to move it on down now here to tier 2. I almost put CJ Stroud in the tier 1 with them, but he's a rookie, so I couldn't do it. But CJ Stroud, this guy, I did tweet out that I think he's the best rookie coming in NFL ready, and he looks the part. The Texans have a lot to look forward to in the future here. He looks very good. Just passed for 384. Nico Collins looks electric. And then I'm going to stick with the same guy on the team coming up right next to him because he just had a breakout game, and he's been tweeting all off season. I'm writing down everyone's name. Tank Dell looked really good. Just dropped a 20-point game in fantasy. He's on everyone's wire. This should be maybe a flex play target because of the volume that the Texans will have passing the ball being down most games. And Dameon Pierce, man, he looks bad. I was really high on Dameon Pierce, missed that one. But Tank Dell should be a guy you're looking for 100%. I'm going to put him tier 2. Another guy that's going tier 2 that most people... I started this guy last week, by the way. It was a crazy start in Dynasty. Tutu Atwell. So 100 plus 100 yards, 15 points week 2. I mean, this is a 2-week buy until Cooper Kupp gets back. I mean, I still think the same thing with like Puka Nacua. I'm like, you should probably sell for the highest value you can right now. But I mean, God, he's killing it. I don't know if you even want to get rid of him. But Tutu Atwell right now for the next 2 weeks is a flex play with the volume he's getting. It's crazy to me. But Tutu Atwell, someone you should be targeting. Heading on to the next one right behind him. So this is an interesting one. I'm going to put him above the other guys too. And here's why. So Devontae Parker came off injury. He was the second most played wide receiver at 97% snaps for the Patriots. And I don't know how many games they're really going to be ahead. And he came off injury, saw 5 targets, 64 yards, but the volume is king in fantasy football. And he saw a massive amount of snaps. You have to like that. If you're, injury at wide receiver or Christian Watson out or, anything going on, Devontae Parker is someone you should look at after last week. Heading on to tier 3, this is another short buy, but he is killing it. Led the Lions in receiving week 1, just dropped a 20 bomb in week 2. He's averaging 15 fantasy points a game. It is someone that I made a bold prediction on in week 1, but I didn't think he'd do it again in week 2. Josh Reynolds. I mean, if you are one of those Jameson Williams holders, I don't even know if you should hold him anymore. Josh Reynolds is killing it in a high-powered offense. Jared Goff is targeting him a lot. He might even be like a flex start weekly, especially in deeper leagues. He's definitely, if you play like 2-3 flex, he's definitely a start. Josh Reynolds is someone you should be looking at tier 3 at your waiver wire. Now we're going to get a little hectic here. Jake Ferguson catches a touchdown last week, played limited snaps, got targeted a ton in week 1. The Cowboys need to be in a game where they're like actually in the game, and you will see Jake Ferguson shine. The tight end position is killing everyone this year. Jake Ferguson should 100% be not on your wire heading into week 3, or if he is, he should be on your roster. You should put him as a claim. It is great value at tight end every single week now. It's because you remember like Dalton Schultz and Dak, he's going to target him a ton. I like Jake Ferguson as tier 3 this week. Now, these are going to be my sleeper 4. So this is going to be a combined right here. Okay, so I'm going to put these two together, see if they'll fit. I don't really know how it's going to play out yet because Kendre Miller's been injured the whole time. Or injured since preseason, but he's coming back. So I'm going to put them together as a Kendre Miller, Tony Jones sleeper, especially with all the injuries to running back. You should be targeting at least one of them. So, I mean, Kendre Miller, if you're in a dynasty league, he's obviously not dropped, right? But if you're in a redraft, he's been out, he's been injured. He could be on your wire in a 12-man league. Tony Jones just got 2 touchdowns last night. We don't know which running back. That's why I'm putting both there. I don't know which running back. We're going to have to wait for updates down the week. But I'm pretty sure Kendre should play this week. And with Jamal Williams' hamstring and Kamara's not back till week 4, one of these guys could be great value heading into the week to help you. At number 2, sleeper. Tough play here, but there's a lot to like here. Cade Otton. So Cade Otton was the number 1 played tight end, 97% snaps. Hasn't had much production. 7 points and 3 points in 2 weeks, but everyone struggled at tight end. That's official. But here's what you got to like. He played 97% snaps, and now he gets the Philadelphia Eagles, who have been shredded by tight ends for back-to-back weeks. Cade Otton is a risky play to like throw him in your lineup, and it's tough to throw out Cade Otton with Baker Mayfield, but the Bucs are 2-0, and he could be a solid tight end play with how bad the position is. So I'm going to put him as a sleeper tight end grab. And last but not least here, this guy you should be picking up with all the injuries happening. So Saquon Barkley, Nick Chubb. I mean, all superstars are down. They're going to be looking at, Kareem Hunt. Like I said, I think Kareem Hunt's a higher value pick than Leonard Fournette right now because Leonard Fournette, he's more like a pass receiving back now. He's not running up the gut or anything. But Leonard Fournette, sleeper value at the end just because the running back position is getting devastated by injuries. I mean, this is why you don't listen to any of these guys and the analysts that say zero running back strategy or hero running back strategy. That's not how it works in competitive leagues. It just doesn't. You need 4 or 3 running backs every draft, and maybe even more at this point with how bad it's going this season. So Leonard Fournette is someone you should be targeting 100% in your drafts or in your waiver wire tonight, or Wednesday, whenever it hits. Some leagues do Thursday. And that is it For my waiver wire guys, if you like the content, as always, like and subscribe. I'll be dropping my next videos will be what quarterback rankings, running back rankings, or tiers, wide receiver tiers, tight end tiers, and then start them, sit them all the way. And then I'm gonna do buy now or buy low, sell high players on YouTube Shorts. 3 a day I'm gonna try and pump out. So now that I have everything set up, it should be a faster week for content. Thank you guys for watching. All the support is appreciated. Good luck with your waiver wires, man.